Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Friday, February 27th. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A Moses Lake man accused of murder in the death of his grandfather in 2024 has entered a guilty plea. On Saturday, the Chuck Wagon Ministries food pantry will begin operations at the King's Harvest Church of Christ in Wenatchee. Our unseasonably warm and sunny weather will continue this weekend and into early next week. Your full local weather forecast is straight ahead. A Rock Island home caught fire early this morning after clothing ignited from being placed too close to a space heater. The fire broke out around 5 a.m. in the 10 block of Cambridge Avenue. Wenatchee Valley Fire Marshal Kurt Blanchard says clothing came in contact with an upright portable space heater, which sparked the blaze. 2 adults and a dog were inside the home at the time. Blanchard says one occupant woke up to flames in his bedroom, punched out a window, and climbed outside, then ran around the house to help his elderly mother escape. No injuries were reported, and the family's dog also made it out safely. The fire was contained to the bedroom but extended into the attic. Firefighters had to break through ceilings throughout the home to fully extinguish the flames. The Rock Island incident follows a Thursday residential blaze in the 1200 block of Maple Street in Wenatchee, which displaced 6 people. A Moses Lake man accused of murder in the death of his grandfather in 2024 has entered a guilty plea. 28-year-old Isaiah Joshua Thomas has been jailed since November 2024 after the body of his grandfather, 75-year-old Richard Andrews, was discovered in a shallow grave on property Andrews owned on Stanley Drive. Moses Lake police arrested Thomas, a former college athlete, at a home in Knowles Vista where he'd been living with his grandfather. Grant County prosecutors charged him with second-degree murder and assault. After his recent plea in Superior Court, attorneys scheduled a sentencing date of March 10th. The veteran fire chief for the city of Manson and its surroundings has announced his retirement. Chief Arnold Baker has headed Chelan County Fire District 5 for the last 28 years. That district encompasses the town of Manson and much of Lake Chelan's North Shore. Baker helped build Manson's team of volunteer firefighters and oversaw a successful levy in 2024 to help improve equipment, including the purchase of a new fire engine. Baker was on hand last year as Governor Bob Ferguson signed Representative Mike Steele's bill to allow volunteer firefighters share in state retirement savings programs. His last day with the Manson Department will be July 31st. Douglas County's elected sheriff signed off for the last time on Thursday. Kevin Morris's retirement becomes effective this week after 8 years in the job. Morris announced his plans to leave office last year. He's replaced by interim sheriff Tyler Kale, who plans to run to retain the position in November. He'll face Chelan County Sheriff's Deputy Adam Musgrove and former Quincy Police Chief Keith Siebert on the ballot for the August primary. When we come back, last night, 5 local leaders making a positive impact in the community were honored at the Wenatchee World's Community Impact Awards at the Pybus Local Tel Events Center. And Washington State Parks is a little closer to completing an entire trail around Peregrine Lake near Winthrop. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
On Saturday, the Chuck Wagon Ministries food pantry will begin operations at the King's Harvest Church of Christ in Wenatchee. The food bank was previously housed at the Kingdom Embassy Church in East Wenatchee. The new pantry site will operate every Saturday at 11 a.m. until the food supply runs out. Church elder Jerry Hardgrove told NCWLIFE News he's enthusiastic about the food bank coming to the church.
We've met with these people, and our facility is such that it's going to be easier for people to access it, and because there's no stairs and larger area for them to use, and we're excited to be able to help. You know, the individual that started it has gotten it so that different businesses provide food and stuff, and he goes around and picks it up and brings it here. They'll bring it here on Saturday morning and we'll set it all up and have people come in and get it. And so we're just excited that we can be able to use the facilities that we have been blessed with here to help. And now we're able to help in this manner. And we're just think it's a great work that we can be a part of.
Last night, 5 local leaders making a positive impact in the community were honored at the Wenatchee World's Community Impact Awards at the Pybus Local Event Center. Recipients of the award for their contributions over the past year include Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison, who received the Local Hero Award, and East Wenatchee Mayor Geraldine Crawford, who received the Public Life and Service Award. Serve Wenatchee Valley Executive Director Mike Malman was awarded the Progress Award, and the Business Impact Award went to Senior Manager Lisa Karstetter, representing Microsoft. And Alethea Riding Center Company, co-founder Nancy Greddy. About 100 community members attended the award ceremony. Washington State Parks is a little closer to completing an entire trail around Peregrine Lake near Winthrop. In partnership with the Trust for Public Land, State Parks has acquired the 25-acre Yawkey property, which is located on the north side of the lake. State Parks applied for a Washington Wildlife and Recreation Program grant in 2024 to purchase the land, and the project was funded in the 2025-2027 state capital budget. The area surrounding Peregrine Lake is already mostly managed by the agency. The acquisition is meant to protect the lake shore, water quality, and natural habitat. State Park staff will manage land to prevent invasive species and noxious weeds. Coming up next, Sustainable North Central Washington is hosting its first ever fundraising event tomorrow and is inviting community members to join them. We'll have more in tonight's feature story. Under sunny skies, our temperatures will remain in the 50s this weekend, with 60-degree temperatures possible on Monday. I'll have your local weather details coming up, along with Dan Kuntz with a look at all things sports as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Sustainable North Central Washington is hosting its first ever fundraising event tomorrow and is inviting community members to join them. Our gathering of friends will bring together Sustainable NCW's frequent collaborators at the Foothills Community Center to share the work they're doing. Earlier this month, the nonprofit announced Waste Management has expanded its list of accepted recyclable materials to now include certain plastic cups, paper to-go cups, and plastic tubs. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Dan Kuhn sat down with the nonprofit's leadership to learn more about the partnership with Waste Management and tomorrow's fundraiser.
Waste Management recently expanded what they're taking in the curbside recycling, and they actually reached out to us because they know we have the Waste Wizard, and that's a tool that people often use online, and they felt like we were a very good partner to help share and get that information out. And they've expanded the plastic that they accept, so dairy tubs and to-go coffee cups, as well as the hot to-go coffee cups, but still no lids. And we were really excited to work with them to get the Waste Wizard updated. If you go on there, you can see it, like that's in a highlighted search, so it's really easy to see. And yeah, we sent out the press release because it was really exciting for us to announce that.
The Waste Wizard was the first thing that drove me to your website a gazillion years ago because it's a one page. This is the recyclable items that you use probably almost every day, and this is how they're recycled, and this is where you can take them. It's a great portal. And now because I haven't been there for a while, so now it's been expanded.
Yeah, there's lots of items on there, including stuff that are hard to recycle or like can't really be recycled, and things that can be reused. Yeah, we've added like consignment stores for clothing. We've been in touch with like hazardous waste to see what they accept in terms of like batteries and vapes and stuff like that. So it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's mostly managed by volunteers. And Marlene and I do as much as we can, but yeah, it's a really cool tool.
We're on the 28th of February at the Foothills Community Center, formerly the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center, formerly a bunch of dirt back in the mid-'80s. Then they built a building. You're going to have a wing day. You're going to have a gathering, something you've never done before.
Right.
Most significant nonprofits, and you certainly qualify for that, do these kinds of things. Dinner, entertainment, auctions, what have you. And you're doing something on the last day of this month. Talk about that.
Yeah, so it's called our Gathering of Friends fundraiser. And again, like you said, it's at the Foothills Community Center or the Wenatchee Valley Senior Center, formerly known as, and we're really happy to be working with them. They've been super great to work with. So we're using that space, and we want people who have been connected to our work or people who are just learning about our work to show up and kind of so that we can celebrate like what we have accomplished together, because most of what we do is deeply collaborative. Like we're working with the Rotaries, we're working with businesses, we're working with the chamber, we're working with the college, all these different organizations that we couldn't do any of this just with a tiny staff, and even though we have a very dedicated board. So we really think it's a special event. It's going to have a full vegetarian, really nice menu that's being done by the new owners of Archive, who owns Sismania Catering.
I've heard good things about them, by the way.
I've had just a little bit, but I haven't been to the restaurant yet. But we've heard good things. So we're really excited for that. And then we just have we just think like people are going to get really excited to hear what Beryl says. She's our bike education coordinator. She's going to share a video where kids are telling sharing what they experienced from getting to learn how to ride a bike and take a bike home at the end of these bike workshops. And then we have Robette from Winton speaking about how closely we've partnered and all the stuff we've done at Towards Zero Waste events together. I'm really, really excited. And we have Jerry or Gerardo Perez, who is our MC, and a lot of people know him, and he's going to do a fantastic job. So
tickets, how do people go? I'm in, I'll go. I got nothing on the 28th.
Yeah, we have more tickets available. So it's pretty easy. If you go to our main page, it's just right there, or you can click on events and find it really easily, and then it'll take you straight to ticketing.
Let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you ended the work week on a high note. And boy, these weather the past 3 days has been just fantastic. Today, another beauty. Look at this beautiful shot, the south shore of Lake Chelan this afternoon. We look outside our weather window, and yeah, you can see that camera shaking just a little bit. But as I mentioned yesterday, the wind today not nearly as strong as some of the wind we saw on Wednesday and Thursday. But boy, just a beautiful late February day all across North Central Washington. And as we take a look at how things shaped up today, boy, it was warm, 11 degrees above our normal today, 57 our unofficial high temperature, 62 is our record high, and that was set in 2016. We were at 34 this morning, 30 is our normal low temperature, and 12 degrees our record low, and that was set in 1993. Sunrise this morning, 6:44, and it sets this afternoon at 5:43. All right, let's get you into the weekend and show you the temperatures for Saturday. Yeah, we'll see a slight cool down, but boy, is it going to be a nice weekend. 52 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 51 for Quincy, and then 50s all the way from Ellensburg through Wenatchee, Chelan, and up into Omak. A little bit cooler in our upper elevations. Upper 40s for Lake Wenatchee, Leavenworth, and for Cashmere tomorrow. So a beautiful way to kick off our weekend. All right, tonight we do expect partly cloudy to mostly clear skies out there. High pressure to our south and to our northwest, keeping our weather pretty stable for the time being. We'll see seasonal lows tonight in the low to mid 30s, a little bit warmer than we've been seeing. And then as we kick off our Saturday, an area of low pressure off the coast of California will bring some clouds up from the south, just some high clouds for Saturday, slightly cooler with high temperatures around 50 degrees. By the end of the weekend on Sunday, nothing but sunshine all over Washington state. We will see warmer temperatures as well as we get now into the low and mid 50s for Sunday afternoon. So that begins our warm up as we get into the first part of next week. And Monday looks to be our warmest day, mostly sunny and warmer. We will see highs in the mid to upper 50s with even 60 possible around much of our viewing area on Monday. For Tuesday, more mild temperatures, although we are seeing a very large area of low pressure beginning to move our way, and that will increase our clouds on Tuesday and kick off some showers in extreme western Washington, but we will stay in the mid 50s for Tuesday, and then by Wednesday that storm system pushes all the way into Montana, and it'll drag a lot of clouds and shower activity behind it, so we will see about a 60% chance of rain on Wednesday. Still mild though, with high temperatures in the low to mid 50s, and that will be a quick hitter because we're right back to the nice weather on Thursday as another large area of high pressure moves in. It'll bring partly cloudy skies our way on Thursday with that mild weather continuing. High temperatures Thursday in the low to mid 50s. All right, your 7-day forecast now, and it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. The freezing mark overnight tonight at 32. Some filtered sunshine for Saturday, but a pretty nice way to start our weekend at 50 degrees. And look at Sunday, sunny skies and warmer with a high of 53. Mostly sunny on Monday, all the way up to 57 degrees before the clouds move in on Tuesday, and especially on Wednesday. We'll see about a 60% chance of rain Wednesday and 53, and then back to the dry weather for Thursday. Once again, high temperatures in the low to mid 50s. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Happy Friday, everybody. Dylan Holloway had a hat trick. That's good. But he plays for St. Louis. And the Kraken sleepwalked through another loss last night. 5-1 was the final in St. Louis. Capo Caco actually tied it at 1 goal apiece in the first period, and after that it was pretty much all Blues. The Kraken have lost now 3 of 4 after they won 4 in a row before the Olympics. But Seattle finally gets to play a home game. They haven't played a game at Climate Pledge Arena since last month, January 31st, as a matter of fact. They have Vancouver coming to town tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. A lot of Mariners starters actually started yesterday, probably why they banged out 12 hits and they knocked off the Guardians. The final was 8-7 in Cactus League action in Peoria. Bryce Miller threw 1 1/3 scoreless innings. He gave up just 3 hits, didn't walk anybody. He also had a strikeout. Cal Raleigh looked in mid-season form, both with his bat and with his arm.
I was kind of pushing for Dan Wilson. What Danny did in his first year, there was the runner, pitch on the way, strike to throw to third, and it's in time to get Martinez. Cal Raleigh with a strike down to Brendan Donovan right on the bag, and Cal Raleigh doing his thing behind the plate, fires a BB right to Donovan to throw out Martinez trying to steal third. Next pitch. Julio with a swing and a ground ball over the bag at third, a fair ball down the left field line. Cal rounding third, being waved in. He will score. Julio will coast into second base with a stand-up RBI double. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead right away here in the bottom of the first inning. Back-to-back doubles by Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez. This one right over the bag at third. Down the reach of Kiboom. Here's the pitch, swung on and a fly ball into deep center field. Martinez going back to the warning track, reaches out and eats off his glove. Julio takes off running third. He will score. The relay to the plate will be cut off. Julio scores easily. Randy Arozarena with a double. 3 consecutive doubles by the Mariners here in the bottom of the first. And the Mariners have an early 2-0 lead over the Guardians. Runners out of the corners, a run in, pitch to Cal, swinging a fly ball into the gap in the right center field. Over, Valera is there to make the catch. Tagging at third is Arroyo. He's going to score. The throw goes into second base. Cal Raleigh with a sacrifice fly to right center field. Another run in for the Mariners, who now lead the Guardians 4-0. And now time is called. Manager Stephen Vogt out to the mound, and that's going to be it for Cotillo.
Here comes the 0-1. Swung on. That is drilled left field towards the line. It is down. Bringing up Chuck. Going to the wall. Donovan steaming around third. He's being waved. He's going to score. Cal Raleigh coasting at a second, a double. The Mariners get another run. And Mariners fans hoping that's a preview of things to come. Cal Raleigh scoring Donovan.
That shows you how strong Cal is. That pitch was away. He went down and got it and pulled it down the left field line, way down the line.
The 1-1. Swung on, cracked, center field. Martinez twists around. He's not going to get there. It's over his head. It's going to the wall. Arroyo's going to walk home. Emerson around second base. He loses his helmet. He's flying to third. The throw. He slides. He is safe. A triple for Colt Emerson. Driving home Arroyo. It's 6-2 to the delight of the Mariner fans in Peoria.
Yeah, certainly the bench was excited. He was excited. Acknowledgement there. But way to hustle out a triple on a tough fly ball to center.
Mariners play the first night game of the spring tonight. In fact, it's going on right now as we speak. They're hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks in Peoria. First pitch is at 5:10. By the way, Louis Castillo is set to make his first start of the spring. Gonzaga women won. Wazoo women won. For the Gonzaga women last night, they all but clinched the regular season conference championship. They beat St. Mary's and did it rather easily, 75-67. Wazoo won for just the sixth time. It's been a rough year for the Cougar ladies, but they did beat Seattle U last night, 69-55. Women's college basketball schedule for the weekend for Gonzaga and Wazoo. It's their last regular season game of the year before the postseason begins. Gonzaga will be at the Rose City to take on Portland. That's tomorrow at 5 o'clock on ESPNU. Wazoo's at home to welcome St. Mary's to town. That's tomorrow at noon on ESPN+. But the Dogs and the Ducks, they got to wait till Sunday to play. They'll play Sunday at 2 o'clock on the Big Ten Plus network, provided that you have it. No men's scores from Thursday, but here's your men's college basketball schedule for the weekend. Number 9 Gonzaga will be at St. Mary's. That'll be Saturday night at 7:30 on ESPN+. Earlier in the day at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, Washington will host Wisconsin, and Wazoo will be in Malibu to take on Pepperdine tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. That on ESPN+. School basketball is now at the state tournament level, and there are a number of teams looking to take home some hardware. It begins for most of them today and tonight. For the girls' state 2B tournament, Colfax will take on Okanagan. That'll be at West Valley High School in Spokane. That's at 6 o'clock tonight. The other games in the state 2B tournament is tomorrow at Omak. It'll be Turtle Lake and Brewster. That's tomorrow at noon. And then at Wenatchee High School's gymnasium tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. It's Orcas Island and Lake Roosevelt. In the girls' state 1B tournament, all the games for local teams are tomorrow. Cross Point Christian will take on Waterville Mansfield. That's at noon at the Wenatchee High School gymnasium. That'll be followed up by Amara Cooley Heartline and Muckleshoot Tribal. That's at the Wenatchee High School gym at 4 o'clock. West Valley of Spokane will be hosting Pateros and Garfield Palouse. That is at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Only one team from the boys 1A state tournament, and from our area anyway, still alive. The Chelan Goats will be in Linden tomorrow to take on Linden Christian in round 1 at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. In the boys state 1B tournament, it's Nia Bay and Amara Cooley Heartline tomorrow at Wenatchee High School. That's the 2 o'clock game that's the third of the 4 games that Wenatchee High School will be hosting tomorrow. In the boys state 2B tournament in Omak, it'll be Reardon and Okanagan. That'll be tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then at West Valley High in Spokane, Liberty Bell and Colfax will do battle tonight, at 8 o'clock. At the Wenatchee Wild, 3 games in 3 days. Tonight they're on the road. They'll take on the Kelowna Rockets at 7:05 tonight. They're back at the Town Toyota Center for Hockey Fights Cancer Night. That'll be a big crowd and a big game. Kelowna at Wenatchee tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And then here come the Silver Tips for a Sunday afternoon matinee, 4 o'clock to wrap up the weekend. And have a good weekend. And those are just some of the games that people are playing.
And that will do it for this Friday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. Remember, if you've seen who's happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great weekend.